You're going to retire?
This is up to the university.
You want to come back?
I didn't say that.
Tonight on News Live at 6, celebrating Jim Boeheim, 47 years coaching Syracuse men's basketball. We take a look at his storied career.
Plus, around campus, the Student Association announcing the candidates for its executive seats. Our Brandon Myers will be in studio with everything you need to know.
And travel safety, what SU is telling students to do to stay safe while traveling and when they're away over break. The news begins right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Nearly 60 years ago, Jim Boeheim first arrived on the SU campus, and now he's saying goodbye. Good evening and welcome to News Live at 6. I'm Chilekasi, Adele.
And I'm John Perik. Tonight we commemorate one of the most prominent alumni in Syracuse history. After 47 years at the helm of Syracuse men's basketball, Jim Boeheim is stepping away. Associate head coach Adrian Autry will take over the program.
New at 6, it's the end of an era. SU Athletics making the announcement less than 3 hours after SU's ACC tournament loss yesterday. Boeheim saying post-game it would be up to the university if he returned, but a storied career indeed. We begin tonight with Citrus TV's Jesse Cook on his legacy.
Heinrich puts up the shot, it's too long, and Syracuse is your national champion. Oh, this is a 2 for the tie. No, the tip, no! Syracuse wins! Wow!
Left wing, Tyree Appleby feeds Williamson, who shoots a right wing three and drains it! Davian Williamson with .2 on the game clock!
With a win at home and a loss in the ACC tournament, the head coaching career at Syracuse University for Jim Boeheim is officially over. But there are some who just could not wait to share their feelings about the headman.
And I can only say one thing about Coach Jimmy Boeheim. What a winner, what a leader, what a basketball innovator.
I can't think of basketball without thinking about Jim Boeheim.
Tony, my first thoughts are that I'm sad.
Big shout out to Jim Boeheim on a wonderful 47-year head coaching tenure.
Things did turn sour for Boeheim, missing the NCAA tournament in the last 2 years of his head coaching career.
88-79 Blue Devils, the Orange with a valiant effort here in Barclays.
Syracuse season ended on a buzzer-beating three from Davian Williamson.
47 years in the industry is a lot of time to win. For now, former Syracuse men's basketball coach Jim Boeheim. That includes some conference tournament and regular season titles, the 2010 Naismith Head Coach of the Year Award, a 2003 NCAA National Championship, not to mention some Olympic gold. That's a career characterized by victory.
For everything with the NCAA the last 2 years, what was that walk off the court like?
I was just happy to win this game.
Coach Boeheim did go out a winner, baby. Where? Here at Syracuse.
Regardless, 1,000 wins and a natty speaks for itself. For Citrus TV, I'm Jesse Cook.
Oh, wow, Jesse, thank you so much. Members of the campus community all taking the news differently today.
Our sports anchor Joe Puccio joins us now to discuss student reaction. Now, Joe, what have you heard from students on campus?
Well, guys, the news is still pretty much raw. You could feel something new in the air walking around campus last night. So we talked to some students on campus to get a feel of Jim Boeheim's impact.
It's definitely a big shock. Honestly, I'm kind of excited about it.
He was a successful coach, but it was his time to go.
I think it was time.
It's hard to ever say that it's time, right? I mean, I think that's one of the things that's so difficult.
He's definitely built the Syracuse brand up, especially with basketball, and he's a big reason why a lot of people came here and come here to watch.
Huge news. 47 years, one program, so to think he's not going to be here, it's going to be crazy change for everyone here, honestly.
It happens, this stuff happens. I am shocked that it is happening. They announced it so soon to March Madness, though.
I'm happy. I'm excited for the new coach, who was the previous assistant coach.
It's been a great 31 years, but we need a championship. It's been 20 years since then, so I think that Syracuse basketball program is doing the right thing now.
He put Syracuse on the map, Syracuse University, and more broadly, Central New York. And I think that that is something that can never be forgotten.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Citrus TV will have live coverage of new head coach Adrian Autry's formal introduction. Join us on Twitter and YouTube tomorrow at 10 a.m. Chile?
Joe, thank you. This morning, the Student Association announced the candidates for the executive seats as well as the letters of intent for each ballot. Citrus TV SA beat reporter Brandon Myers joins us now. Brandon, what should we know?
Hey, Chile, that's right. We have 2 ballots for president and vice president, as well as 1 candidate for comptroller. So let's see who they are. On the first ballot for president and vice president, we have William Treller and Yasmin Nehrouz, both joining SA in 2020. These candidates have worked towards improving student mental health through events like No Problem Too Small and Mental Health Awareness Week. Next year, a bill that they wrote and passed will implement wellness days for students in the fall. They also wish to advocate for student concerns by creating initiatives, improving grocery trolleys, and advancing the sustainability report. On the other ballot, we have Elliot Salas and Brendan Murdy, both engineering majors. They wish to come into the SA to bring change and also a lot of experience. Elliot has held numerous leadership positions, such as an orientation leader and president of the Food Recovery Network. Meanwhile, Brendan has been the treasurer of Orbit. Both candidates say they will bring good presentation skills, adaptability, sufficient knowledge in technology, as well as the ability to spread information easily. And for comptroller, we have Dylan France. She is the current associate comptroller, a member of the finance board and the president of the Black Student Union. Dylan wishes to rework the current fiscal codes and make it easier to greenlight resources that student organizations need. She also wants to make the fiscal codes more transparent and understandable for undergraduate members. She has been involved for student government for 3 years. Now, we will have live coverage of the executive debate on March 23rd at 7, while voting opens on the 27th. Chile, John, back to you.
Brandon, thank you. Should be very interesting. The Whitman School's undergraduate program is 34th in the nation. Again, it's the 2nd year in a row. That's according to Poets and Quants, which ranks business schools based on 3 factors: quality and diversity of students in the program, quality of the experience of students, and graduating students' career placement. SU says the ranking reflects Whitman's areas of emphasis: highly talented and diverse students, and strengthening the academic experience through experiential and innovative programming.
And Forever Orange Week will be in full swing when students return to campus after spring break. The event's focused around Boost the Cuse, a fundraiser for the university. To help with the event, NFL Network's Scott Hansen will host 16 promotional shows from the Newhouse Studios throughout the week. And the week concludes on the university's birthday, March 24th.
Let's take a look at our first weather now. John, you know, we're starting to head to spring break, but you wish you'd be able to get some sort of respite from all this cold weather.
Oh my goodness, it's not even the cold weather, it's where's the sun? Cora, the sun, it just disappeared. I was hoping that we might see it spring break, maybe we're gonna get some good omens from above, but no, I guess we get the classic central New York weather, right, Cora?
Well, it's going to continue to be very cloudy again on the way to class. I'm sure you saw all of those clouds. Currently is 32 degrees with minor winds 10 miles per hour. As we go into tonight, those winds are going to get less with 6 mile per hour winds, going to drop down to 23. So again, be sure to wear that winter jacket on your way to your night classes. Now, looking out, we want to know the safe ways when you go home. So bike ride home? No, you do not want to do that. There's going to be some snow Friday that's going to go into Saturday morning, so you don't want to be there for that. Guys, back to you.
Cora, thank you. And now, with many students getting ready for travel for spring break, transportation services are gearing up to make sure you get home safe. Citrus TV's Max Williams explains.
Thanks, John. Spring break is upon us here at Syracuse, and if you're planning on traveling, I looked into what transportation services are doing to keep you safe. Whether you're traveling by plane or train this spring break, these transportation services have got your back. Jason Abrams, Senior Public Relations Manager for Amtrak New York, says how they ensure safety.
We have something called PTC, which is a train technology that communicates essentially with the dispatch and the railroad itself and the train itself to try to minimize any issues.
Spring break travel plans include flying. The Syracuse Hancock Airport has taken the initiative to implement a designated police force to increase safety measures. In a recent press release sent out this week, Syracuse Regional Airport Authority Executive Director Jason Terreri said, quote, As our airport grows to support the region, this transition to an in-house police department will allow the SRAA flexibility in scheduling work shifts and increased control over staffing levels, end quote. I also spoke with a Syracuse University freshman, Jonathan Smith, who is traveling home by plane for spring break and says he is confident in his safety.
I feel like I've traveled enough where I'm confident in, I guess, the technology.
And if you're traveling by plane, you can find updates to your flight by going to syrairport.org. And to find updates for train service, you can go to amtrak.com. Guys, back to you.
Max, thank you. When we come back, free municipal broadband could be coming to some in the Salt City. Mayor Ben Walsh proposing a new use to federal stimulus money.
Plus, President Biden announcing his $6.8 trillion budget. We'll tell you where the money is going after the break.
Hi, my name is Sadie Miller.
My name is Luke Brady. I go by St. Luke.
So this one I started with this guitar lick.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with John Perik, Chilekasi Adele, and Cora Mayer-Costa. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. By the end of this summer, some of Syracuse's poorest neighborhoods could be more connected than ever.
The city's Common Council is set to vote on a plan to bring free broadband service to the south, southwest, and parts of the west side of the city. Mayor Ben Walsh's administration wants to use federal stimulus money to offer qualified households 100 megabit broadband service.
President Biden in Philadelphia today unveiling his new budget proposal and aims to increase Medicare funding and raise taxes for the wealthy, with those making more than $400,000 a year paying a nearly 40% top tax rate.
Biden said his budget would reduce the national debt by nearly $3 trillion. The president is asking Republicans to lay out their budget plans so both parties can find some common ground.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
All right, so welcome back to Citrus TV. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast. If you're traveling to go on your week break, you definitely want to leave earlier rather than later. As we look into Friday, there will be afternoon snow starting at 5 o'clock and entering Saturday until 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to turn into a little bit of rain as the day goes on. Sunday's going to be cloudy, similar today. Monday's going to be a wintry mix, so definitely be careful. Leave as soon as you can if you're leaving leaving the Syracuse area. And let's look at our National Service radar. So as we look, there's going to be a lot of flooding up in the western northern part of the country. There's going to be a lot of rain, a little bit of snow up there, as we can see. Up in the mid region, we can see there's going to be more rain coming this way, a little bit of snow. And as we look onto the East Coast, it's just going to be cloudy all week. I know they say it's always sunny in Philadelphia, but not really anytime soon. So it's going to continue to be cloudy in this eastern area, similar to how it is in Syracuse. Hopefully there'll be sun soon, but again, as seen with all this rain, we can only expect to see more snow. Guys?
Well,
Definitely
Cora, thank you. I hope the sun comes out soon. But when we come back, speeding away, why a popular rental car app for students is leaving SU. Stay with us.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the CitrusTV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
And welcome back to News Live at 6. If you've been spending money trying to get a Zipcar in Syracuse, put your card back in your wallet. Zipcar is gone, and your money might be too.
As a college student who doesn't have access to a car here, I relied on my Zipcar.
Zipcar is a car-sharing service.
A sudden surprise for users of a popular ride-sharing app.
Me and my friends, we were at the dining hall and we were like, oh my God, this sucks. Like, we should go out to dinner and just take a Zipcar. And so we went to see if any Zipcars were available, and we're walking back and like, where did they go? Like, what the heck?
You can book a car for a round trip.
Without making any public notice, Zipcar has disappeared off the Syracuse map, forcing students like sophomore Maddie Tavera to pay more just to get a bite to eat.
It's affected me financially because I do spend all of my money now ordering food or Instacarting food.
And then there's Syracuse freshman Liam Feaster.
It's just a pain.
Who's also feeling a financial burden. Last month, Liam spent $95 on a Syracuse University student Zipcar membership, only to find out Zipcars aren't available.
But as I looked to actually use some of their cars, I tried to rent some, and for the next 3 months I noticed that they were overbooked.
Feaster then called Zipcar.
I believe a manager was able to tell me that they're not affiliated with the school anymore, which was never listed on the website.
And when Feaster went to Zipcar's website, this is what he saw. The Syracuse University Zipcar membership was still an option. But that then changed yesterday when we contacted Zipcar. 30 minutes after, the webpage changed to this.
Hello, thanks for calling Zipcar.
Looking for answers about why they left, we gave Zipcar's customer service a call.
The market for Syracuse University was closed back in January. I'm really sorry about this.
Do you know why the market was closed?
I I don't have the specifics for this, but probably it's because, they weren't viable anymore.
Zipcar then sent us a statement saying, quote, based on recent trends, we decided to relocate the Syracuse fleet as of January 15th, 2023, which was over 2 weeks before Liam Feaster signed up for his Syracuse student membership.
They allowed me to use my, of course, Syracuse affiliated email and all of that information, so it didn't seem as if they discontinued their affiliation. I feel like the university should say something as well because it misleads their students.
We don't even have like ice cream in our freezer because we can't go food shopping.
Maddie DeVera agrees. Without Zipcar, both her wallet and fridge have now gone dry.
With Zipcar, I was able to go to Trader Joe's and I would have these like microwave frozen foods.
But she doesn't go anymore because she can't Uber everywhere. Like many college students, money is tight for Maddie, something Liam Feaster knows too well.
I don't really have a source of income right now, so taking or not able to use the $95 I spent was disappointing.
And now Zipcar is telling Feaster they don't even know if they can refund him.
Advertise your product properly. If you're gonna not, affiliate with something and say you are, you're gonna mislead a ton of people who would actually like to spend, their money with your company.
All gas, no brakes. Zipcar has zoomed out of Syracuse with students' money in the trunk. And we reached out to Syracuse University's Parking and Transportation Office, who owns the lot Zipcar had parked in. They told us they had no say in Zipcar's decision to leave. Joe?
Well, guys, it's a sports segment on Citrus TV, so shocking. We're talking about Jim Boeheim. It's been nearly 24 hours since the bench boss's departure, and many people from across the country reflect on his career. The national reaction to Jim Boeheim's departure is coming up after this.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in a week ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The, that one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
For the first time since the country's bicentennial, America woke up this morning and Jim Boeheim wasn't SU's head basketball coach. Welcome into sports. I'm Joe Puccio. With the news of Jim Boeheim leaving Syracuse Hoops after 47 years, many experts in the sports world reflected on one of the sport's most illustrious coaches. Two of those being Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon from ESPN's Pardon the Interruption, who have deep connections with Boeheim.
We got to know Jim Boeheim and just hang out with him and maybe play some golf with him and listen to him and have him scold us and say, what do you two know today? You know nothing. Shut up and listen to me. And those are, they're treasured for me.
When Rick Pitino, and you left him out as one of the Big East guys.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Pitino was an assistant to Jim Boeheim in Syracuse. And they were sitting around one day. And the coaches were saying, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? And you know, L.A., New York. And Jim Boeheim said, right here, Syracuse.
Boeheim was one of ESPN's earliest marketable faces. The company struck gold in the 80s by broadcasting Big East basketball all throughout the country. Boeheim's bunch played on primetime seemingly every week in front of a national audience. That helped Boeheim and Syracuse University gain its worldwide status as a basketball powerhouse and an academic haven. As for the future, Boeheim's replacement Adrian Autry will officially be introduced as the head coach tomorrow at 10 a.m. Join us on YouTube and Twitter for the live updates. Now, what seems to play second fiddle to the Boeheim news was that, well, SU's men's basketball season ended yesterday. The Orange battled Wake Forest in the ACC tournament. Let's see how Boeheim's final game went down. It was round 2 of the ACC tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina, a rematch after SU beat Wake by 9 just this past weekend. Benny Williams hits a 3 to extend Syracuse's lead. And how about Chris Bell in the corner? He cashes in the 3. The Orange shot 50% from downtown in the first half to get a 35-33 lead. But look at that alley-oop. That's Bobby Klintman. And Wake Forest extended to a 17-1 run. But Syracuse had a bit of a run of its own. Mintz cashes in for 3 straight away. Same thing with Joe Girard III right here. The Orange got on a 15-4 run and eventually would get the lead thanks to this. Benny Williams 3-ball at the left wing. Boom, that seems like the dagger, right? Well, the Demon Deacons go back down and score. Joe Girard takes a long 2 that bricks off the front rim, and Wake Forest, they have the final shot. Davian Williamson from the right wing, bang! That goes in, and all of the air sucked out of Syracuse's bench. All of it going towards Steve Forbes and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Wake Forest advanced after a buzzer-beater 3. SU hasn't won the ACC tournament since it joined the conference back in 2013-14. Wake Forest lost by just 2 points earlier today to top-seeded Miami. But as for the Cuse, Jim Boeheim's tenure ends with a loss in the ACC tournament.
Joe, thank you. And after the break, Cora Mayer-Costa joins us with your last weather.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
When you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be 25 degrees, looking a little dreary, but what doesn't look dreary is the women of CitrusTV News. It's International Women's Month, so pictured is our 2 lovely Thursday News executive producers, Olivia Maniscalco and Louise Raff. Back to you guys.
Cora, thank you. Before we go, a look back at the crown jewel of Boeheim's accomplishments at SU, the 2003 National Championship.
Here's a look back at the moment through the camera lenses of CitrusTV.
Rebounds, jumpers, dunks, and 1 big block.
Puts up the shot, it's too long, and Syracuse is your national champion.
Helped Syracuse shock the college basketball world and stand alone as champions.
is the news for this Thursday.
For more of the latest, follow our Twitter at CitrusTV News.
Now for our entire team, I'm Chilekasi, Adele.
And I'm John Perik. Take care.